with another one. Super excited to, I'm just at the mall right now. I'm actually backing up at the mall. Don't worry, everything's good. Everything's fine. Just talking out loud, paying attention to the parking lot. But I hope all of you guys are having a beautiful day today. I just have one main thing to talk to you guys about, and it is making sure that you are getting in on the game when it comes to selling on TikTok, selling on YouTube. You guys, I don't think you guys understand that we live in a time now where there's literally no reason not to have at minimum one additional stream of income via the internet. Like literally, there's no reason why you should not be in on this game. I just got back from a TikTok event. And you guys, it was so good. It was so good. Look at that. Okay, so first of all, I got this super cute gift for my niece. They're samples, handing out free samples. Like if you want to literally just not have to pay for Christmas gifts alone, like that alone is why you should get in on this. I'm telling you right now, please, 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 if you want to, I can teach you how to do it. I talk about it all the time on my @WithLoveChuckie account over on TikTok. It's @WithLoveChuckie, ChuCkie. You guys, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. So if you are interested in that, please meet me over there. But that's really it. Like it's nothing, you know, if you're wondering where I've been online every single day, but I'm really utilizing a lot of the resources that are on here. And I use TikTok shop a lot. I use YouTube shopping a lot. And that's kind of really where I'm at right now in this season. I'm always one email away or one comment away. I'm always reading the comments. Also too, I go live on TikTok almost every single day. So yeah, guys, like that's really where I've been at. And I wanted to share that with you guys because I think that there's still people that are like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. I don't know if it's for me. And it's like, if you have a 9-to-5, in my opinion, if you have a 9-to-5, you are the perfect candidate to actually have some kind of online presence. Because why? A lot of times what happens is a lot of creators, let me take a sip. Hello, everyone. So a lot of creators will want to be full-time on TikTok so bad that they're willing to go into debt for it. They don't know how to pay their bills. They get burnt out because they're trying to post so much and they just don't know. They literally just don't know where their next paycheck's going to come from, right? Because to be honest, when you do the creator, if you're a full-time online creator and making money from, you know, just online sources or apps or social media apps, there's going to be months where you're super up and there's going to be months when you're down, sometimes even back to back. And if you have a full-time job, you're the perfect candidate because you don't have to worry about, let me see, is that, yeah. You don't have to worry about where your next paycheck is going to come from. You can comfortably just like create and not have to worry about, man, how am I going to pay my bills this month? How am I going to have medical insurance? How am I going to have this? Now, I pay for all that stuff on my own, right? I have my own medical insurance. I have my own life insurance. I have, what else usually comes with the job? That's really it, honestly, is like, people are really like, oh, you know, medical insurance, but you could just pay for medical insurance out of pocket, right? So at the end of the day, guys, like, if you have a 9-to-5 and you're like, no, I'm fine with my 9-to-5, I'm telling you right now, you are really missing out on an amazing opportunity to make money on the internet. Like, you are the perfect candidate. You are the right candidate. So the number one ways I'm making money from the internet is shoppable videos. Okay. So that is posting a video with a shoppable link on it. Now, let me know down in the comments if you are somebody that posts selfies. If you have an outfit, if you have an outfit and you're like, I feel cute, and you post it, if you don't have a shoppable link on it, it's kind of like, what are you doing? Like, if you really think about it, like, for example, I wear this like super cute top, and these jeans, right? And I got it from the TikTok shop. So when I went to this event today, I was already going to wear this event. So instead of me just posting a selfie with just to get likes, right? I posted a selfie to literally show the outfit so that way I could potentially make sales. So I really want everyone on here to understand that as you are on this content creation journey, okay? As you were on this content creation journey, like, if you have social media, you are literally at this point in 2025, you officially are wasting your time being on social media and not having any kind of extra stream of income that you're getting from your social media. So Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. If you have all 4 of those accounts, all 4 of those apps, and there's not one that is bringing you in at least a couple $100 extra a month, is to the point where, like, I really just want to encourage you to get in on this. There's enough for everybody, right? Scared to leave your job? You don't have, this is perfect for people with a job. This is perfect for people with a job. That's what I'm saying. That's the cool thing about it. This is for you. Like, a lot of times content creators will want to go, like, quit their 9 to 5. But when you're a content creator, you still have, your content creation is the 9 to 5. It's not like you're just sitting around. There's a lot that is involved when you're a content creator. You're literally making, you know, you're editing, you're filming the video, you are doing market research, you are, you know, filling up that caption section, you are coming up with hooks and ideas, and it's a full-time job. When you're a content creator, it is 100% a full-time job. And I think that that's where people don't understand the difference, is that no, like, you are a full-time, you're working full-time. So if you're somebody that's like, okay, I want to keep my job, I'm making $160K a year, you should, especially if you like it. This is more so when people quit, it's the only time I would ever encourage somebody to quit is because they literally hate their job. To me, in my opinion, based on my experience, you only have one life. You only have one life. Okay? Even if you believe in reincarnation, you only have one life in this body. You're not going to come back as Ciana Singh again with the same exact parents, same exact looks, same exact health, same exact like with the same repeat life. No, you don't know what you're going to come back as. So even if you believe in reincarnation, it still applies either way. You only have one life with this character, right? So don't be at a job that you hate. No job is worth that. No job is worth being at, sitting your, like, 8 to 10 hours of your life a day and you literally just hate it or you just despise it. That's different. Now, if you're at a job and you're like, you know what, some days are up, some days are down, but I can handle it, that's different. There's people out there like me, I was one of them, who literally would almost be like, have almost on the verge of an anxiety attack driving to work because I hated it so much. I loved working with the people. Like, I ended up meeting a lot of friends from that job. That was it though. I liked the people. That's what kept me there. But the actual nature of the job, no. What the corporate job, what the corporate company stood for, no. So, I think that that's why, you know, people get confused. Not everyone should quit their job to be a content creator. But I think that if you have a 9 to 5, you are the number one person to be making an extra stream of income. Like, why not? Why wouldn't you make an extra stream of income? Right? Especially when you can post for fun. Okay, let me tell you how to do it. If you have YouTube, if you get to 500 subscribers, only 500 guys, only 500. And what you could actually do is, if you ever see me in a live stream, everyone should honestly subscribe to each other. Everybody should be subscribed to each other, right? That's how you know, when you come into a live stream, I'm always going to encourage you guys to just subscribe to each other's channels. So you can actually get to 500 subscribers really quickly. The part that's challenging, which doesn't mean that you can't do it, it just means it's a challenge. It is getting 3,000 watch hours. Okay, so there's ways and tactics and tips and tricks that you can do with that. But once you get that, you literally get into the TikTok or the YouTube shopping program. You literally get to the TikTok, or, well, both. I'm so used to saying TikTok shop program, but you get into the YouTube shopping program. How cool is this, guys? I went to Target the other day. I spent 1 hour at Target. Right? And what I did was you literally walk around Target, okay? And you can post whatever you want in Target. All the links are here on YouTube shopping. So say, for example, I'm walking down the candle aisle. You take a video of it, and then when you're about to post it, under it, it says tag product. You just type in the description of the product. It's right there. You literally tag it, post it, and that's it. I don't even have to order the item. I don't have to buy the item. I can just spend 1 hour at Target, get like 20 videos, 20 15-second videos, and post the link and post it on YouTube shopping and schedule those videos out. You don't have to post them all in one day. You can schedule the videos out over the course of 30 days. And there you go. There's your entire month of shoppable videos that you scheduled for one a day, all for 1 hour of putting in time on the front end. Isn't that insane? When I get to a red light, I'll be able to look down and read your question. Okay? So this is where I've been. I haven't been MIA. I've been grinding, but I'm just like, I really want to take these opportunities to make money online more serious, but I'm always here. Like, if you guys ever have a question, if you're ever like, hey, Ciana, I would just love to hear can you just do a live stream on X, Y, and Z? I would love to. I would be super happy to do that. Right? So just so you guys know, I do pop up YouTube live streaming, I still do it. I'm just trying to get back in the habit of, I'm trying to balance both, to be honest, because I've been more full-time on TikTok, but I want to balance both. Okay, so I'm still here. I'm still super excited to tap in with you guys. I love this Embody Pursuit tribe. But if you ever want to link up with me, I talk a lot about this over on TikTok. That's like, so if you're serious, meet me on TikTok, WithLoveChuckie, and we can get you literally in 2 weeks. If you really lock in, I teach over there how you can get some kind of stream of income in 2 weeks. So we talk about it over there. Okay. It's just one of those things, everyone, that we live in a new time. We're there. We're here. Like, we're in the future is here now. Like, what we imagined 10 years ago is here. And you want to be able to get in on it when people are still wobbly about it. Like, the fact that I can literally walk into the Nike store. I can walk into the Nike store, take my camera phone, walk around Nike, film videos of the shoe, type in the description on what it says is, when you're about to post your video, there's options under the video. One of the options says tag product. You just type in, you just turn the shoe around, look at the tag, type in the description, and it's right there. And literally be making money from your shorts, your YouTube shorts. Put me in the chat if you'd want to do that. Put me in the chat if you'd want to do that. Okay. Okay, there we go. So this is your time, guys. I do it full time over on TikTok. I'm just shouting it from the rooftops because I'm just like, I don't think people really understand. Like, whenever I see people post online nowadays and there's no shoppable link, I'm like, why are you really doing this? I get it sometimes, it's fun. It's just fun. But like, at the end of the day, if 100% of the time you're posting like 3, 4, 5 times a week of your Starbucks, of your dog, of you showing up to work, of you showing the sunset, if you showing your outfit, if you showing your hair, you could be making money on every single one of those things. You want to post a sunset? Well, show the glasses that you're wearing with the sunset in the background and post a shoppable link. You want to post while you're at work? Well, post your cute work outfit, right? You want to post your cute dog? Well, set up your camera, walk across the street with your dog with the cute sweatsuit that you have on, and make money. Like, there's so many different ways to be a quote unquote content creator that feels natural. Like, I think that sometimes people feel like, oh, I have to turn into a content creator. You already are one. You already are a content creator, right? If you post online, you are posting content. You are creating the content. So why not get paid? Like, it just baffles my mind that people are like, no. And I'm like, why? Why? You're already posting. You're already posting. Right? Like, what is the deal? Okay? So this is what I want to encourage everybody to do. This is what I'm excited to teach everybody. This is what I've been doing. And who knew, right? YouTube shopping didn't exist. YouTube shopping, guys, did not exist when I started on YouTube. Remember that? Like, it literally didn't. Okay? So it is a time to be, it is an amazing time to be alive. There's so much bad in the world, but there's also so much opportunity. And if you can get hooked, if you can get focused, and the reason why I said hooked, because I'm thinking of like getting, you know, you have to make good hooks in order to make the sales with your shoppable video, which we'll talk about in another video. But if you can get focused, I'm telling you right now, the opportunities are endless. Who knew that from me going live randomly, just pop-up live streams, speaking from my heart, now making money from shoppable videos? Who knew? How do you get paid? So literally, this is all you do. It's crazy. You literally post, like, you know, when you got, who watches YouTube shorts sometimes? Like, they just pop up on your feed. Who watches YouTube shorts? Let me say me in the chat. Say me if you do. Say me in the chat if you watch YouTube shorts. Like, if it just pops up on your feed and you like happen to look at one of them. Okay. So Queen does. So you know those YouTube shorts, right? If you were to look at the captions, some of those YouTube shorts have a link to a product. Have a link to a product. Right? That's what I'm talking about. All you do is post a video just like how you normally would. There's one more step. You just tag a product. That's it. There's only one more product or one more step. That's it. That's it. Okay? So if you want to get into the shopping program on TikTok, all you need is 1,000 followers. That's it. And just be 18 and over. You don't even have to have watch hours, you guys. You don't even have to have watch hours to get a TikTok shop. Okay? So this is a time to really lock in and really consider really putting in the time to do your research, or just keep coming back to my live streams. And again, like I said, I teach this over on TikTok. I teach it over on TikTok. Okay? So that's really it, guys. I just wanted to pop on and really just encourage everyone to do that. I have a passion for helping people understand that you can make money online aside from your job. And here's one more point I want to point out. Like, see this super cute, I got this beautiful gift for my niece for free. And I'm going to make a post about it. I just came back from a TikTok shop event. And it's like, make sure I have both. I just came back from a TikTok shop event. And you literally get products for free. So now I get to save money on buying a Christmas gift for my niece. This is her Christmas gift. I get to make money off of it. I get to post about it, make money off of it, and get more money to then continue to buy my nieces and nephews gifts if they for whatever they want. Like, it's literally a win-win-win-win-win-win-win. You get a lot of shoppable samples for free when you start making a few sales on these platforms. Insane. Okay? So definitely make sure that you are getting yourself in the game. Get yourself in the game. Get yourself in the game. I'm telling you right now, you do not want to miss out. Okay? You do not want to miss out. All right. Is there any questions that you guys have about, oh yeah, that's what I was going to say before I go. What I talk about with my community over on TikTok is how much it's reigniting people's ability to tap into their creative flow. A lot of us have lost what our passions are, what our desires are, right? Because we're doing the adult life thing, which is normal. Like we are adults. It's part of life. It's inevitable. But somewhere along the way, we also got disconnected with that childlike wonder, that childlike imagination that should have never went anywhere, right? Like it should have, people that are artists and singers, songwriters, people that are directors, they kind of were able to stay connected with that. But most of us have gotten disconnected to our passions. So if you have a passion for makeup, but you have like a corporate desk job where you have to type a lot, and like you don't ever really have a lot of reasons to wear makeup, well, TikTok, you could have a TikTok shop that sells beauty products, and you don't have to ship out the stuff, guys. You're just an affiliate marketer. You're an affiliate marketer. It's genius. So it's like you go to your 9 to 5, you have all your bills paid for, and then you get to do your passions on the side, right? And eventually, if you ever do so well from your TikTok shop or your YouTube shopping or your Amazon shop that you are able to quit, then you're able to do that, right? So if anything, this is your opportunity to get reconnected with some of your talents and passions. And maybe you love art, so you could sell art supplies, and you can sell the art supplies by, remembering how to like do your paintings. Like what I can go off on tangents and go down so many different examples of this, right? So this is exactly what I wanted to get across today. Okay? This is exactly what I wanted to get across. So I hope all of you guys have a beautiful day. I hope everybody, people have to get back to their childhood career. Exactly, fatherly. Exactly. And this is why I think that it's bigger than YouTube shopping. I think it's bigger than TikTok shop. I think it's literally getting back in touch with like who you actually are, which is that we all were born with like that childlike dreams and wonder and imagination and just like the magic of life. And as you get older, it goes dormant, right? It gets conditioned out of you. And then there's weirdos or people that are eclectic or people that are, they want to try to make it in Hollywood. I think that those people are actually the people that actually, for some reason, they were able to hold on to that childlike wonder, right? So TikTok shop can do that. YouTube can do that. It brings some of that, it kind of like reunites your dreams, right? If you've always wanted to be a singer, well, maybe you have to have a certain mic. People are singing on TikTok with a certain mic, and they're selling the mic. So it's outside of just doing content creation just for the purpose of like only making money. It truly can reignite, how do I want to say it? I mean, yeah, like you might have dimmed your light, and now this can brighten it right back up. And guess what? You get happier. You feel more fulfilled. Ooh, who on here right now, and this is a safe space, who on here right now doesn't really feel fulfilled in their life because they're at a job that it's okay, they like it. Like, you might like your job, but it's not like fulfilling you. Like, is anyone not fulfilled with their job? And when I say fulfilled, I mean, you wake up and you're ready to jump out. You're ready to jump out of bed and get right. Yes, I am an auntie. And get right to work, right? Okay. Miss East, anyone else not feel fulfilled? It's one thing to feel secure because you know you have your bills paid for, but who on here doesn't feel fulfilled? Like you know, you're just like, man, I know I'm supposed to be doing this, right? Like I'm here. This is my life's purpose. Like, does anyone not feel fulfilled? Hello, sister. Everyone say hello to my sister. That's my real sister right there. Not just like sister, it's like my actual sister. Yeah, we are created with purpose, but 99% people do not work for, exactly, do not work for money. If you exist in your purpose. Exactly. So there's a couple rare people. Okay, there's a couple, hello Godspeed. There's a couple rare people that by the way, I'm in 405 traffic. It's literally less than a mile an hour. Like I'm safe. So just for anyone that's like concerned, I'm literally bumper to bumper. So most people, they're okay with their job. And because they're okay with it, sometimes you can actually be fulfilled, not from the job, but from maybe the person you work next to, right? Like maybe you just love seeing that person every day, or you love your team, or maybe you love the work events, right? Like you love cooking, and so you bring like you look forward to the potlucks. That's great, honestly. But then there's other people out there in the world like me and other divergents that just know that they're not supposed to be in any kind of structure, right? So there's different levels. There's people that love their job. Like they love what they do. They love clocking in. They're obsessed with everything about it. Like they were meant to be on this planet to work at that company. Like I bet you people like work for like Kim Kardashian or something, right? Like that work for Skims. They're like, this is my dream. I'm a creator director for Kim Kardashian. Like they're like, this is my dream job, right? That's not who I'm talking about. And I'm also not even really talking about the middle people that like their job. It's fine. They don't like it every day, but they're fine with it. I'm talking about people that literally like, there's people that have nervous breakdowns about how much they hate their job. That's who I'm talking to. That's who I'm talking to. Okay? People are silly. So that's who I'm talking to. So if you're like that, content creation is going to get you back in touch with some of those hopes and desires and dreams. Because like I said, being full-time online is a job. Like when you're a full-time creator, you are working, you wake up and you're reading emails from different brands, you're negotiating brand deals, you are fulfilling, orders, you are making content, you're filming the content, you're getting ready to make the content. Like you are literally working full time. Like you're basically, think about somebody being on a studio, like on a movie set. You're basically on your own miniature movie set every day. And there's a lot of logistics with that, right? Especially if you're a solo creator. So it's not about not working. I think a lot of times people think that content creators don't want to work. Content creators actually work 15 hours a day sometimes. Is anybody a content creator on here and knows what I'm saying? Or knows somebody that also is a content creator? Like in real life, like maybe a sister or like a cousin or a friend, right? When you live in your purpose, you will do it for free. Exactly. I literally was on YouTube for 3 years and didn't get paid $1. Didn't get paid one dime. So when you're living in your purpose and excelling, this is when you, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. It's like you could actually have a 9-to-5 and then have a blog on the side, or have a TikTok shop on the side, or a YouTube shopping on the side. And that's where you feel fulfilled. So you're like, okay, I'm comfortable knowing that all my foundation is taken care of. My rent, my car note, all the insurance, gas, food, like all that's taken care of. And then because you're secure and you are stable, then you have the wherewithal, instead of just scrolling away on TikTok and Instagram on the weekdays, or slouching around on a Saturday and Sunday when you're off, you could be pouring into your, like, remembering your purpose, right? So for example, this was my outlet. I was a caregiver. I started out, when I started doing YouTube, I was also a caregiver at the same time. This was helping me rediscover my voice, rediscover my purpose, rediscover my passions. So I did it. I came on almost every day for free. I mean, you see, if you go to the home part of my page, my YouTube page, you look at the video count, it'll say 13.7 thousand subscribers and over 3,000 videos. 3,000. Over 3,000 videos. Okay. Hello, Heather. So that was the first 1,500 were for free. The first 2,000, I think, were for free. But it was literally getting me back. Hello, Hallie. Ah! I was thinking about you the other day. How are you? You know what? Okay, so I haven't been live a lot over here, right? You're not a content creator. You have to have content people want to watch. Wait, you're not a content creator. There's always a few. Okay. So I go live every single day on TikTok. It's a whole different ballgame over there. And it's funny because I used to actually go live on TikTok all the time, and then I switched to YouTube, and then I kind of like am switching back. And I think it's just kind of the flow of being somebody that has like an online presence. I'm just kind of like, I'll get the urge, I'll go hard with YouTube, but now I'm asking God to be like, okay, I want to do both, but like give me the energy and the wherewithal to do both, right? And God was like, because I'm like, I really want to step up my YouTube. And you guys know me, like Hallie, some of the OGs, you guys know me. I've always been debating about, I want to level up my content. But I'm officially, especially with me going on TikTok so much, I'm just going to do pop-up live streams. And I might post like a 10-minute clip from my live streams. Like, that's just what it is. That's just what it is now. So I've let myself be comfortable with just resting in that. And just being like, look, Ciana, it doesn't matter. Like, you don't have the kind of content, the type of YouTube channel where it's like a cinematography, a lot of beautiful cinematography. It's just not. So just be you, just show up, and that's it. So now I've got myself back comfortable with that. So yeah, but I'm mainly over on TikTok now, and you'll see what I mean. If anyone ever is interested, I go live every day on WithLoveChuckie. It's a whole, like, you're gonna look at it and be like, I can't, what is Ciana doing? Like, is she an auctioneer now? It's a whole different ball game. It's called a TikTok live host. So I'm a TikTok live host now. Different ball game. Hard to explain, but it's so fun. And I basically help people fast track their growth over on TikTok. So Naila is here. Naila, Lori of Light. There's been a couple people on YouTube that are now following me over on TikTok, and it's a whole different ball game. So I help people fast track their growth in order for them to get the TikTok shop. Okay. But Hallie, by the way, like, off topic, whatever happened with that potential suitor when you went to that event? Oh, you were in the oh, you were? Oh, wow. Yeah, so I was at the TikTok shop event today. I was literally at one of the TikTok headquarters out here. Oh, okay, that's okay. You just next, like literally just next. That's what I was like, man, because I had popped on live a couple times in the last like month and a half, and I didn't see you. And I was like, you know what? I wonder if she's like married now. I was like, I wonder if she's married. Not that you wouldn't be able to come live when you're married, but you know, just like when you're in a different season, I'm like, I wonder if she's married. How's your daughter? How is she doing? How is she doing? So yeah, guys, I go live over there. So if anyone, but I'm going to be still going live over here. It's just going to be the same old C, just like same old G. Like I'm just going to be the same old G, same old C. Okay. We're going to have our chit chats. We're going to have our conversations. I might have a serious passion about wanting to get something off my chest, off my heart. Sometimes it'll be chit chats like this, but if you're down for that still, I still want you guys to know that I love and adore this Embody Pursuit tribe. I haven't gone anywhere. It's just there's only 24 hours in a day, so I had to kind of recalibrate and readjust, but and not put so much pressure on myself. I'm like, I want to level up. I want to level up, especially when Like, for example, Everyday Muscle was like, Ciana, you're always in the car. And I'm like, you know what? I just feel bad now. Like, I really am always in the car, but I'm like, it's just what it is right now. It's just what it is. I don't necessarily want to be in the car all the time, but like my schedule is so packed now that it's just like I have to take advantage of like when I'm going from point A to point B. I just have to do that. You know, it's like I just came from a TikTok event. I'm on the way to another event. It's just like, it's just what it is. So if you're down to rock with me when I'm mainly in the car, or it might be parked somewhere, that's just what it is. And a lot of people that I love and adore on YouTube, it's so funny because they're also in the car too. Tony Gaskins, if you go to his page, if you go to Tony Gaskins' page, in the car, straight up in the car. 90% of his videos are in the car. If you go to Rebecca Lynn Pope, 60% of her stuff is in the car. Like, it's just, if you're a full-time adult, like, you don't have time to be setting up in a studio and all that stuff. Like, you just don't, you know? I think you have a great content wherever you, thank you, Godspeed. I appreciate that. She has been doing an accelerated bachelor's, bomb, completing 2 classes. Whoa. Especially, okay, wow. Okay, your daughter ain't playing. I love that. I didn't even know that that was available. That's really cool. That's really cool. So just like for your daughter going to like going to college and living in the dorms, it's not for her. I think you were talking about the older man I met on the, yes, that's who I'm talking about. Turns out, what is wrong with, we're gonna keep it up here. I'm happy you found out, and I'm happy you didn't waste 1% more of your time with that. Thank God you, I'm just like, you know, this moment is when I'm like, men and women are actually, like, our brains are just, they're different. As much as some women want to believe that, like, you know, no, you know, we should hold, how do I say this? If you have a girlfriend, just have a girlfriend. Like, have a girlfriend. Why are you wanting to dibble and dabble? Or just be single? You know what's interesting with men is that women don't mind if you have a girlfriend. If you're like, look, if you, let's just say you meet someone out somewhere and they're like, say you meet someone at an event and they're like, hey, I have a girlfriend, but we have an open relationship and she's totally fine with me meeting other women. Are you down with that? There's some women out there that are, that just appreciate the honesty, that are down. It's a hard no for me, but it's like women have more respect for the honesty. The honest, like, just be forthcoming with it. And it's just like the hiding. And then it's like, this is what's sad, is that there's women out there, women have a lot of work to do, men have a lot of work to do, so this is by no means like men versus women, but there's some women out there that genuinely like are looking for love, like are genuinely open, have their heart open for love. And so when they meet a man like that, and then it's like you waste a woman's time for 2, 3, 4, 5 months. Like, why? And then like the woman is like, she's open, she's wanting to get to know you, she's coming from a clean, good-hearted space. Meanwhile, the guy's like has a whole full-on girlfriend and just dibbling and dabbling. It's just like, why are men out here wasting women's time? And there's amazing men out there. That it's definitely not all men. There's awesome men out there. But it's just like some of these men, he told me that he recently went to New York. Why did he have a whole video of the trip with his girlfriend? So he had the audacity, okay. You're on a dating app and you have a full-fledged girlfriend. Like, why is this, how is this still happening in 2025? How is this still happening in 2025? Just be single. Have fun. Be single. Like, just be fully single. Or you are technically, if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, technically you are still single, but that's a whole nother conversation. But don't be committed. Don't be committed. Like, just be honest. Like, I'm out here casually dating, and I'm also looking, for that right person, right? So yes, I am, I'm going on a vacation, like, I'm seeing where this goes, but I'm not actually in anything exclusive. So I do still want to get to know you if you're okay with that. Like, right? So wild. So wild. So wild. Hallie, I graduated with honors as a student, making money in college. So, well, anyways, Hallie, I'm happy that you're good. I thought about you the other day. I'm so happy to see your beautiful profile. And I'm happy you're doing well. Because, and the thing is, guys, I've been thinking about this community a lot. I'm like, I love my Embody Pursuit tribe day ones. Like, I just have a special place for this journey in my heart. And I'm like, I don't want to veer all the way off. I'm just in a different season at the moment, right? So I'm like, God, like, I know you didn't have me build up this intimate community over on YouTube only for me to just completely transition. So like, what do you want me to do with my YouTube? So he's just like, just keep doing what you've always done. Just be casual. Like, no one told you to overthink it. And I'm like, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You wrote a book about relationships? Wow. So we're living in an interesting world, guys, but just what I'm loving is that Hallie has standards. Her standards are above the ceiling. I can't even put my hand all the way up. So a lot of women, unfortunately, they feel desperate and will actually deal with that. And then it makes me wonder, like the girlfriend, I wonder if she's even aware. Did you ever do the YouTube? No, I haven't done it. I've seen what you're talking about. No, I've never done it. I haven't done it. I should, but I just know I won't anytime soon. I'm like full-time on TikTok. I just got back from a TikTok event. Yeah. I love Thinkpedia though. You're managing someone at work? Girl, I had 30 of them. 30. Oh, Hallie, you're sweet. 30 of the mugs. Hard no for me. Hard no for me. And the funny thing is, I was really good at it. I was really good at being a manager, but when I was there being a manager, it was for God. God was revealing to me my gifts. It wasn't that I was going to be there for a long time. So Hallie, this might be a season where God is showing you, revealing, some gifts that you have that you didn't even know you had. But it's not fun. The way that you can check it out okay. I will. I had 30 and then 400 part-time. Nope. I'm like, if I could work 10 hours a day and manage all these people, I can go into business for myself. I can manage one person, which is this person. I can do it. If I can manage 30 people, every day needs to be a start with self-awareness. Yep. It's true. So, I'm here. I'm always looking at the comments. If you ever just like, hi, Ciana, just want to say hi. I'm here. If you ever have a question, put it down in the community tab, or just comment on my most recent video. I'm always reading my stuff. I'm here. This ain't going nowhere. Like I said, guys, I'm in the YouTube game for life. So this is just a season where it's just like a slower season on YouTube for me. And then it might turn back to my 100% full-time. You might see me streaming for 8 hours a day, like some people on YouTube. It's just going to be an ebb and flow. So I just kind of released the pressure, and because there's been some awesome opportunities that kind of just have come my way on TikTok, and I'm like, yeah, I think God is nudging me over here, but not necessarily to completely neglect YouTube. Actually, YouTube, all the skills I learned from live streaming and being able to speak, you know, and think off the top of my head and think quickly and all that, it actually is, I see why God had me kind of training over here to do what I'm doing over on TikTok, actually, which is interesting. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's always a few. Oh, thank you, Hallie. So there's always something. You have a lazy eye, your hair, your face, you're not Punjabi. The level of desensitized. TikTok has a lot of, yeah, it's a lot more. So like the biggest I've had is 300 people at one time. It's kind of bubbled down to like 60 people consistently. But yeah, the biggest I've ever gotten to, like bubbled up to, was 300. 300 people. 300 people. So, I feel like they really, yeah, they do. It's a whole different, like it's almost low key, like, it is like a more, no, it's both. I mean, it's both. It's definitely for content creation, social media, but they really push the live stream. People get paid for it. I'm in the program too. You literally get paid to tell people to go live. If you ever go on TikTok and you hear people saying, hey guys, you got to go live, it's an amazing opportunity, click the live button right now, they're getting paid for it. They're literally paying us to tell other people to go live. Isn't that wild? Oh yeah, the trolls are crazy. The trolls are, you know what's interesting though? The trolls are they're worse over on TikTok, but the TikTok monitoring is better. So actually, what's interesting is I actually don't see as many. So this is what happens. TikTok will pop up a message on my screen and it'll say, we are currently filtering out inappropriate comments. So I don't know how they're like what technology they have, but like see how there's like when I was on the live stream when I first popped on, I think I'm like hooked into the algorithm now with the live streaming again. Remember how like I was going through that season where we had like so many bots in here and trolls? I think that it's happening again. And now like I see them, like when I first popped on the live earlier, there was like two normal people, two beautiful souls, and then it was like 10 trolls. On TikTok, it filters immediately. Do you consider let me see, do you consider all criticism to be trolling? No, I don't. I actually welcome it. It makes me better, actually. So if someone disagrees with me, or they say, Ciana, no, I actually like have heard something different, this is my resource, or no, I don't. There's no way to get better if you don't have criticism. But when you're on a live stream, and I've had some healthy debates here on this live stream with people, criticism is different from straight up being mean. Let's just say this. I do not have a lazy eye, but let's just say I did. Let's do it like this. Let's say I had like let me see. Like, let's say, okay, I'll do it like this. Okay, so right now I have like I have acne on my skin, right? Let's say I have acne, which I do. You can see it right now. Let's say there's someone in the live stream and we're having a conversation about making money online like we usually do, or fitness or wellness. And someone's like, oh, wow, and you have acne? It's kind of like, what is the point of calling that out? So yeah, I do. But what, like, is that going to help you make money? Like, you calling out my acne is just rude, right? Now, If you calling out my acne is going to help you make money somehow, then okay, cool, let's talk about it then, right? But like, if you're calling out like a quote unquote flaw, or talking about my hair, like earlier in the live stream, someone was saying about, you know, they're like, oh my God, your hair looks crazy, da 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 da. Well, that's fine. But like, how is that bettering your life? So that kind of criticism, right? Like breaking someone's looks or hair down, that some people would consider that criticism. Like they would be like, well, that's constructive criticism. Like you need to get better at your skin and your hair looks crazy. That's not, no. That's just rude and mean, right? But no, I welcome constructive criticism. 100%. Some people are so nasty and rude. Yeah, exactly. Right? Calling out your acne is a natural event till you add the interpretation of it. My main point of bringing that up is someone else would consider calling out an attribute as constructive criticism, but as the person on the receiving end, it's rude and nasty. Do you see what I'm saying? Unless it really was to help you in some way. That's different. I'm down with that. Like, for example, I've had whole live streams about acne, and I've had whole live streams talking about what helped me clear up some of my acne, and where I'm like, hey, you have to get this. It's micro needling. It's balm. It's from this brand. Then that's a quality conversation, right? All events are neutral till we add our subjective interpretations. But how do you actually know what someone's objective interpretation is? Like if somebody's calling out something, like if I call out your profile name, no one, right? If I call out your picture and your profile, well, there's no way you as a receiving would know my intentions. Like you wouldn't know if I'm neutral or being rude or nice. Like there's no way to tell that. And at the end of the day, I think that there's some things that are just common knowledge. Like, would you go up to somebody on the street and say, hey, you have acne? Or would you go up to somebody on the street and say, hey, you have a lazy eye? Or would you go up on the street and say, hey, you have a cockeyed, like one of your eyes is like cockeyed? Like, even though we see those things on somebody, right? Even though you see flaws on somebody, even if you see if somebody has a disability, there's just general, like, humaneness. Like, there's just general rules being a human where you just kind of know, yeah, I see it, but like, there's no point to call it out, right? It's just information till it's interpreted subjectively. I think we also just generally care about good vibes over here. Exactly. So any negativity gets thrown out there, it needs to be thrown out. Boom, there you go. Exactly. And some people are just pure haters. I think that there is levels, right? There's levels. So there's things that when I first started my live streaming journey, and this is for anyone to also to like hopefully learn from. 6 years ago when I started going live, when people would call out stuff, it genuinely affected me at that time. So then I would get like really frustrated about it, or I would like really call it out, because now I'm seasoned. So things bounce off of me like super easy now. That's why I'm able to continuously show up. But I also don't have to allow it to be in here, right? So let's just say we're here talking together, and I can have a neutral understanding of things that are being commented on. But that doesn't mean that I still will allow it. So if somebody's going to say, call me the N-word, say that I'm not Punjabi, like just typical things, like you're ugly, your face, your eyes, your hair, you look crazy today, whatever, like all the things that people have said. Even though I'm neutral about it now, and I genuinely know that a lot of those people are just very depressed people, I also don't have to allow it to just be sitting in my live stream. right? So it's like, in order to protect the community, there's no reason why I should allow someone to sit and have that comment there that you're cockeyed or whatever it was, or your hair. Like earlier, a lot of you guys weren't here when I first popped on the live stream. People were just going hard, like, you look like a whore, you look like this. Like, it was crazy. There was so much of it, right at the beginning. That doesn't mean I'm going to allow it to sit in the stream, right? What is considered negative is subjective. You could find it funny that someone called out your acne. Oh yeah, that's where I'm at now. That's where I'm at now. But also, again, to protect the community, and to Callie's point, in order to like protect the higher vibration that we're on over here, there's no point for it to sit there. Now, people are happy, like they can happily make, you guys, there's literally an entire video of my stomach growling. There's literally an entire video of a 20-minute or like a 10-minute video of someone taking clips of my stomach growling. Right? People are welcome to make whatever they want on their own platform, but when you're inside of Ciana's world, inside of Embody Pursuit world, we keep it at a certain caliber of energy. So like if somebody were to literally type out, "You're an N-word," I actually probably would think that was funny, because it's just like, okay, now what, right? But is there a point to leave that in the comment section? Like, what kind of energy is that bringing in the comment section? So me, it's my duty and my responsibility that if I'm going to show up and really uplift and encourage everyone to be positive, there's no reason to keep negativity sitting in the chat. That's why we have moderators that block it out. Right? This is actually a safe space. You know, with all the bots and the trolls that come in here, I don't want people to feel like they're going to come here and potentially get trolled themselves, which has happened before, you know, over the journey, the last course of the 4 years that we've been on live streaming together. There's been people that have trolled each other inside of the chat. That's not the kind of space that I want to hold for everybody. Right? But her point is, why even bring it up? Like she would know if you had acne or not. You don't need to say it. The point is what was considered good or bad is subjective. You could interpret that as funny, entertainment. But again, that's still an interpretation. So just to your point that you could see it as funny, you could also see it as rude. You could also see it as helpful. You can also see it as... So, because in general, the higher probability that someone is calling out a flaw, in general, most of the time, the higher probability is that someone is coming from a rude place. Do you see what I'm saying? So, yes, you can interpret it 15 different ways. But because most of us are 40 and up in here, we have enough wisdom to know that most of the time someone calling that out is to just be rude and throw, you know. So in order to protect my goal over here is to protect this community, protect these live streams. And so there's no point to keep negativity there. That's why my moderators are excellent, top tier at just literally eliminating and eradicating anything that is potentially rude. Now, there's times where, like Patrick and Hallie, there's times where I'm like, oh, that was funny. And they can attest to that, where I'm like, oh, that was funny. But Patrick will delete it. Hallie will delete it, right? Because in general, most of the time, people are coming from a rude place. Do you see what I'm saying, no one? Choose to see it funny and not negative. Then because it's choose to see it funny and not negative, then because it's always subjective. You must be new to the stream. You must be really new to this community. You must be really new. Hallie says, yes, that's true. I laugh at some of the stuff too. Then I can still, exactly. So exactly, that's what we do here. So we'll have a good laugh about it, and then they'll be blocked, right? It's like our comic relief, right? And because there's a high standard with not really allowing stuff, we've had some amazing conversations, right? Yeah, he's new because he doesn't know that like 99.999% of the time I'm actually laughing at, well, actually most of the time I don't even acknowledge it. I'm like so desensitized, I just delete it. But it actually sprung up right now, and I think it's a good conversation to have, because there's also people that are scared about going live. That's literally what's holding them back, from trolls, being scared of trolls. And so I think that it's something good to dissect. It's something good to dive into. And, most of the time it's funny. Literally. I literally allowed that video someone literally made an entire video of my stomach growling, and I just let him do it. I was like, whatever, because I thought it was funny, right? I'm talking about a concept, not you personally, right? Yeah, everything is neutral, but a human will always be, right? Like a human is being all the time. Part of being a being is like having those interpretations, having those points of view, right? Like it's almost kind of, I mean, you could look at anything in life that way. You could look at war as neutral. You could look at war as funny. But like, that would be, the consensus would be to look at a war as neutral, to look at, all the different evil in world, to look at it as neutral. That's a very high level, like a yogic way, like a spiritual way of looking at it. Absolutely. But in general, when we bring it back down to earth, when we come back down to earth, which is, we are in this physical plane, right? Everything is going to be to have some kind of interpretation of it. Like it's, like this, right? Someone can see this and be like, ooh, great job that you're drinking water, Ciana. Or someone can see this and be like, oh my God, it's in plastic. I can't believe you're drinking out of plastic, right? So I think to casually say, oh, well, just look at it as funny. Well, it's almost like you're making my point. Like that's putting something on it instead of just sticking with, just keep it at neutral. Right? Oh, look, it's eating right now. Yes, and you can choose how you interpret it. Yep. And you're responsible for how you feel. Exactly. So because this community, we live in the realm of like, we're going to pick the comments that are most of the time considered positive. That's why we've been here after 6 years. That's why people keep coming back. If Prials and Crips all got along, they'd probably gunned down by the end. Right. See, look, we have another one. See, perfect timing. See, and Hallie, that was and look at, did you see my natural reaction? That was my natural reaction, is laughing. It's like, it's just like, but just because I laughed doesn't mean it needs to sit here. No one. Do you see what I'm saying? See how I actually thought that was funny, but it's also still disrespectful. So it doesn't need to be sitting in the chat. Like, I thought that was funny. I'm keeping it lighthearted. It's not that big of a deal. But Hallie deleted it because it's just disrespectful energy does not need to be sitting inside of a comment section. No, I loved it. I love that you deleted it. I can't tell you haven't thought about I can't tell. You haven't thought about this, but would your ego ever allow you to admit it? Yeah, he's the whether you're here, I'm not sure if you're here or she. Yeah, you're completely new to the live stream. It's okay though. We're happy that you're here. We're happy that you're here. So, back to the original point. Get in on the TikTok shop, get in on the YouTube shopping, and get to the bag. Get to the bag. I'm telling you right now, like, the amount of money that people are making on TikTok shop with affiliate marketing, it blows my mind. It blows my mind. Has anyone actually gotten into any of the programs, like on YouTube shopping or TikTok shop? Like since I've been talking about it, has anyone actually like gone forth and got one? Let me know in the chat. So why aren't you doing it? Anthony, can you elaborate for me? Why aren't you doing what? Also, any other questions? Any other questions about the TikTok shop? See, in general, making money from the, oh yeah, I'm making money from the TikTok shop. We must have a lot of new people today. If you click out of the stream, Anthony, and you go to I have a whole playlist. I think there's like 50 videos of how to make money online. Just tap in with all of it. Yeah, YouTube be recommending me streams like this. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of money to be, but specifically too, because YouTube is actually pushing the YouTube shopping because it's like it's still kind of a new feature. So Black Friday's coming up the day after Christmas, and Cyber Monday is coming up. It's about to be crazy. And I've been shouting it from the rooftop for a while, but like now I just talk about it full time over on TikTok. There's another one. Hallie's on it. She's like, She's like, I'll give you a like because you responded responsibly or reasonably. Let's see something. So, bottom line is, oh, and that's also a being subjective, right? Saying that I responded reasonably is from your perspective, right? Judging that I responded reasonably is that's subjective. So you just proved my point. Most of the time, most humans are always going to be looking at something from some vantage point. Like, that's part of being a human. We could comfortably say that everything's neutral on the planet, but like that wouldn't be being a human. So just like how you said I'm being reasonable, another person in the chat could be like, Ciana, you're being too nice. You should have got them out of here. Another person could be like, no, that was horrible. She handled it horribly. Like, you saying it's reasonable is a perspective. Further pushing my point that most of the time, most people are not going to be looking at everything neutral. Then you're just like a robot, right? You could claim it was common sense to consider trolls negatively. I think about 20 videos on trolls alone. I don't know. I don't know if it's debate night or what, right? Or questions. No one, if you type in on my page, troll, like if you go to my page, I have over 3,000 videos, by the way. No one. So what you will learn if you look at some of my other videos is that I actually think that trolls are a good thing, which I've talked about several times. But again, you're new here. So trolls will actually really train you on how to have high emotional intelligence. A troll will also help you in your self-development. A troll will help you realize how well you're able to keep your temper. A troll will also, honestly, there's also some trolls I just feel bad for. Like, I'm just like, why are you, like, your life is so precious. Like, why are you here? Right? Like, for example, like when that troll just called me a whore in the chat, you know, again, I could look at that as neutral, but it's like, I think most people would agree that that would be considered rude. So why keep it in the chat? I immediately laughed, right? Because some of it is like, sometimes it turns into like a comedy show, actually. It makes for a really entertaining stream. We've had those streams too back in the day. Right? So keeping a comment that says, you are a whore, is irresponsible of me as a live stream host to keep that energy in the chat when this is a safe space. Okay? Yeah, Trollville, Troll Desires. Yeah, we called them Trollville, Troll Desires. Oh my gosh. So we've had a lot of fun, actually. We've had a journey with them. So yeah, actually trolls have been actually gotten me to where I am now, being a live stream host. I'm now able to make a stream of income specifically because of the ability to control my emotions when there's a troll. Because there will be a troll in a room of 300 people, and a troll can completely ruin the entire live stream. That's why they're doing it. So over the course of the last 6 years, as I've been, become a live streamer, every single day that I've live streamed, I use a troll as a tennis court, as like practice, right? For emotional intelligence, right? So true. No one, I can agree that it is a discussion. So yeah, at the end of the day, we've agreed as a community over here in this tribe, I call it a tribe, we've agreed that there's a zero tolerance zone. There's a zero tolerance zone over here. So if you're more than welcome to come hang out. But if it's totally on you. But over here, if there's any tinge of that, it just gets deleted. And again, they're able to go, that's why it's so beautiful that we live in a world like this, because everybody has access to being a live streamer. Everyone has access to being able to go on a live stream and say all the opinions that they want about a person, place, or thing. But then everyone also reserves the right to control their own live stream. So we get to, everyone gets to have both. Like, I gotta go. Thanks for the discussion. Bye. I've been missing in action for like 3 months. I'm happy to see you, Hallie. You were really on my heart the other day. And I was like, if a little bit more time goes by, I'm literally about to email her and be like, dude, are you okay? But then I was like, maybe she thinks that I'm MIA. So happy to see you. Also, too, I was also catching Patrick here and there too. But you know what I think is beautiful about this journey is that in 10 years, like, I have so many seasons to use as testimonies, right? Like, okay, there was a season where I was talking about my grandma. Then there was a season where I was on almost twice a day. It felt like I would try to get on stream as much as I could. Then there was a season where I was gone for like, especially when I was doing the galas for the charity that I'm a member of, right? So there's just like, you can see all the seasons that I've been through in the last 6 years. So I kind of think it's cool to have that documented. And then now I'm in a season where it's kind of like, hit or miss, right? You turned off YouTube notifications. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. That's good. Me too, by the way. I don't get no YouTube notifications. I don't get any Instagram, Facebook. I get 0 social media notifications. They're all turned off. It's too much. You literally won't be able to live. Like, it's too much. I'll be able to, now I'm kind of driving faster now, so I'll be able to see your guys' comments in a few minutes. So yeah, I'm happy that you did that because, you have to put up those barriers. You have to put up those barriers. All right, I should be parking in a little bit, but I hope everyone has been well. Genuinely, I hope if you're seeing this in the future, or catching this on the replay, I have been genuinely like, I need to get back on YouTube and tap in with my community. Like, what am I doing? So I've been genuinely thinking about all of you guys. I'm happy to see that you guys are still here. This is the power of a community. This is the power of a community. I only have been on YouTube for 2 months trying to build my content. Yep, just keep going. Just keep going. Show up when you're tired. Show up when you are. This is how you keep going on YouTube. Also, I'm gonna see what else you said, Hallie. It just happened to see you. Oh yes, good. I have to be stronger. I just said I am going to stop going on live because of troll. When I tell you the biggest growth I've had in my adult life is having trolls online. It has been a beautiful journey to have trolls. All the trolls are teachers. They're just there to, if you get triggered, it's literally, oh, I got to work on that. I got to do self-work. I got to do self-development. I need to maybe go to therapy for, like, if it's that bad, I might need to go to therapy, or I might need a journal about this. Might need to get with God on this. Like, why is this hurting my feelings so much, right? A troll will point out your triggers. That's the beauty in having trolls. But as far as consistency on YouTube, the number one way, so far in my journey, the number one piece of advice I could give is practice going on when you do not want to go on at all. Like, the day that you do not want to, you're like, I'm absolutely not going on today, go on. That's how you build the muscle to be consistent. You're feeling tired, you don't have nothing to say. Like, you're like, I know I should go on, but I'm trying to practice being consistent, but just forget it. I have nothing to talk about. That's when you go on and you literally say, hi guys, I'm literally doing this to build a muscle of being consistent. This is a practice in being consistent. I don't have much to talk about today. I don't even know why I decided to turn the camera on, but I'm here. And this is my 5 minutes of proving to myself that I can be consistent. And I hope that you're going to be consistent too. Like, just that alone, you'd be shocked with how much people value people saying that. Like, when people get on a stream and they're like, Or they make a post and they're like, I have no idea what to talk about, but I'm just making a YouTube video. Hi, my name is Ciana. I'm from California, and I'm here, right? So that's when I developed the muscle, because then when I'm on, like when I'm happy to be on, when I'm excited to be on, when I'm like, ooh, I'm jumping out my bed, I can't wait to turn on the camera, the level of potency that comes out of my mouth is crazy. Like the energy that's coming behind the resonance of my voice, because I'm like, I've developed coming on here when I didn't want to come on. So imagine when you're on, it's like you're at a whole nother dimension. So that's how I've been able to be consistent, is just coming on for at least 7 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes when I didn't want to. Gotcha. I understand that perspective. Yeah. I'm about to park here. I like the way Miss Sprinkle handle. Yes. But it depends on your content. If your content series, exactly. It's her comedy show. It is her. She should teach a master class on how she uses trolls to literally fuel her business. Trolls is why she's probably a millionaire. Like, not aside from her husband, trolls is why she's probably a millionaire by now. Because she uses it as an engine, right? But if we're over here talking about God, hold on, guys. Or actually, I gotta go. I'll tap in tomorrow. Bye. Love you guys. Bye.